Welcome to your daily stock market summary from MarketSnap. Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to be back with you to break down a wild day in the markets on January 12th, 2026. We've got a ton to unpack, from political drama shaking up investor confidence to some standout moves in major indexes and individual stocks. So grab a coffee, let's dive into the action and figure out what it means for us as long-term investors while keeping an eye on the short-term waves. First up, the big headline that's got everyone talking: a bombshell investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell by the Department of Justice. This isn't just about some building renovation costs. It sparked a massive debate over the Fed's independence. Heavy hitters like former Fed chairs and Treasury secretaries are stepping up to defend Powell, while critics, including voices from the Trump administration, are pushing hard. Senator Elizabeth Warren even said Trump is burning Fed credibility to the ground. This clash has introduced serious political risk into the markets, with some analysts warning it could weigh on U.S. equities in the near term. For us long-term folks, this is a reminder to stay vigilant. Central bank autonomy is a cornerstone of economic stability, and any erosion could mean choppier waters ahead. Now let's check the pulse of the markets with the major indexes. Despite the Fed drama, we saw some resilience today. The S&P 500 notched a fresh record high, climbing a modest 0.16%, while the Nasdaq powered ahead with a 0.26% gain. The Dow Jones wasn't far behind, up 0.17%, and the Russell 2000, representing small caps, outperformed with a solid 0.44% increase. But volatility is definitely in the air. The VIX spiked over 4%, signaling some underlying nerves. For long-term investors, these small gains are encouraging, showing the market's ability to shrug off uncertainty for now. Short-term, though, keep an eye on how this political noise plays out. It could trigger quick pullbacks. Moving to the winners of the day, large-cap gainers painted a bright picture in some key sectors. Alibaba led the pack with a massive double-digit jump, reflecting strong investor confidence in global e-commerce plays. We also saw robust gains from companies like Western Digital and Seagate, pointing to renewed interest in data storage as tech continues to evolve. Mining and materials weren't left out either, with names like Southern Copper and Freeport-McMoRan riding a wave of commodity strength. For us long-term investors, these moves highlight opportunities in tech and materials, sectors that could benefit from macro trends like digital transformation and infrastructure growth. On the flip side, some big names took a hit today. Financials bore the brunt, with Capital One sliding over 6% and American Express dropping more than 4%. This comes after President Trump floated a 10% cap on credit card interest rates, spooking investors about potential revenue squeezes for lenders. Tech wasn't immune either. Qualcomm and Intel both saw notable declines, hinting at some profit-taking after recent runs. As long-term players, we should view these dips as potential entry points, especially in financials, if regulatory fears prove overblown. Short-term, though, expect more volatility in these names as headlines dominate. Let's talk market movers, those stocks driving the conversation. Nvidia continues to be a heavyweight, holding steady with massive trading volume as AI remains a hot theme. Tesla saw a slight uptick despite broader EV sector concerns, while Apple edged higher amid news of a new AI partnership with Google's Gemini for Siri. Alibaba, as mentioned, stole the show with its surge, showing global tech still has plenty of steam. For us focused on the long game, these movers underscore the importance of staying invested in innovation leaders, even if short-term swings test our patience. Diving into the most active stocks by volume, Nvidia again tops the list, a testament to its dominance in investor focus. Intel saw heavy trading too, likely tied to its recent pullback, while American Airlines had a busy day with no major price shift. Smaller names like Plug Power also popped up, reflecting speculative interest in clean energy. High volume often signals where sentiment is shifting, so for long-term investors, it's a cue to watch these names for fundamental strength beyond the daily noise. Shifting gears to earnings, we've got a packed week ahead with some big players reporting. Delta Airlines is set to drop its numbers, and with travel demand in focus, it'll be a key read on consumer spending. Constellation Brands is another to watch. Any strength in consumer staples could signal resilience amid economic uncertainty. TD SYNNEX and RPM International are also on deck, offering insights into tech distribution and industrial trends. We don't have specific results to dive into yet, but these reports will shape sector outlooks. As long-term investors, earnings are our chance to assess durability. Look for consistent growth over flashy beats.
Get exclusive AI summaries of every earnings call. No more reading hours of transcripts. Access revenue segmentation, 5-year analyst estimates, SWOT analyses, and full financial statements. Plus track upcoming earnings, dividends, and market events with MarketSnap's calendar app. Create a free account at MarketSnap.com.
Looking at the past week's top large-cap performers, Expand Energy absolutely crushed it with a staggering gain, showing energy's muscle right now. SanDisk and Lam Research also posted impressive weekly jumps, fueled by tech sector momentum. Rocket Lab and Rocket Companies rounded out the leaders, hinting at speculative interest in high-growth areas. For us with a long-term horizon, these weekly movers can point to emerging trends. Energy and tech remain areas to watch for compounding potential. On the downside, over the past week, some large caps struggled. CoStar Group took a significant hit, down double digits, alongside American International Group, reflecting broader financial sector worries. First Solar and Roblox also lagged, possibly due to sector rotation out of renewables and gaming. As long-term investors, these pullbacks could be buying opportunities if fundamentals hold up, but short-term sentiment might keep pressure on. Sector-wise, the past week showed industrials leading the charge with a strong gain, followed by energy and basic materials. These cyclical sectors are benefiting from economic optimism and commodity strength. For us building wealth over decades, this rotation into cyclicals could signal a broader recovery, worth considering for portfolio balance. On the weaker end, financial services and healthcare sectors underperformed over the week, likely tied to regulatory fears and biotech funding concerns. While short-term headwinds are evident, long-term investors might find value here if these sectors stabilize. Patience is key. Wrapping up the market action, let's zoom out on the S&P 500's performance. Hitting a new high today is a bullish sign, but with the Fed investigation and geopolitical tensions simmering, we're not out of the woods. Long-term, this index remains a bedrock for diversified exposure, but short-term volatility could test even the steadiest hands. Similarly, the Nasdaq's strength today reflects tech's enduring appeal. With AI and digital transformation still driving growth, this index is a must-watch for us focused on innovation. That said, near-term risks from policy uncertainty could create bumps. Stay nimble.
MarketSnap brings everything long-term investors use daily into one clean, fast platform. Explore stock financials, SWOT analysis, valuation ratios, 5-year analyst estimates, and our intrinsic value calculator, built with real fundamentals, not hype. All in a layout that's simple to read and ridiculously fast to navigate. And when you want to talk investing, join Nexus, our community where investors share valuations, posts, and stock discussions, all connected directly to the data. Use our Stock's Intrinsic Value Calculator to run and save real valuations with no spreadsheets. Share your analysis and valuations with others in the Nexus community. Get daily market summaries in video, audio, and article formats. Track the market with our earnings, dividend, and economics calendar. Our homepage gives you a real-time market overview with interactive heat maps, top market movers, and major index performance at a glance. Track daily performances, discover the most active stocks, and analyze performance across different timeframes, from weekly to yearly trends, and see which industries are leading or lagging. It's free to create an account, with optional access to premium forward-looking data. Try it now at MarketSnap.com and invest with clarity, not noise. That's a wrap for today's stock market summary from MarketSnap. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stick with us for daily updates and deep dive SWOT analyses to keep your investment strategy sharp. Whether you're navigating short-term turbulence or building wealth for the long haul, we've got the insights to help. See you tomorrow.